My dad and I just got back from our trip up north, so let's talk about what we did. Also, I have a friend joining me today. If I don't let him in, he will scratch at that door the entire time I record. At the end of May, my dad and I made a trip to Massachusetts to celebrate my cousin's graduation. My cousin wanted to spend a few days out in Boston to do a few things, but before we went out to Boston, we made a trip to New York so we could go to the Nintendo store and Rockefeller Plaza. The Nintendo store features 2 stories with a variety of products to purchase, such as t-shirts, jackets, plushies, collectible figures, games, and more. On the first floor of the store, they had Super Mario t-shirts from a variety of games and shirts that say Nintendo New York. They also offer Switch games and other small souvenirs like keychains and magnets. They also had statues of familiar characters such as Bowser, Luigi, and Toad. As you go up the stairs, there are screens in the wall that have environments from different games that change every few minutes. When you got upstairs to the second floor, you saw Mario on top of the beanpole. On the second floor, they had merch sections for The Legend of Zelda, Animal Crossing, and Pokemon. They also had a really cute statue of Pikachu on top of a Pokeball. In the middle, they also had a display of Nintendo's handheld consoles throughout the years. Lastly, they had some areas where you could play with the Switch consoles that were set up. It's difficult to compete with the largest display in the center of the store. Since Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door just released, they had a lot of displays and advertisements for the game as well. I've always been a big Nintendo fan, and I've always found enjoyment in the games and everything, so seeing all the details like in the statues, the posters, everything throughout the store made me really happy. It makes me wonder what it would be like if I had those things when I was a little girl. The next day after New York, we made our way to Boston. The first day we just met up with some family. We took the train out to the city so that we could grab some dinner and we could see all the different views that Boston has to offer. The next day while we were in Boston, we did something called the Duck Tour. It started off as a normal tour bus going around the city to see different places and famous buildings. We also got to see some graveyards that famous people were buried in. Here are some of the things we saw throughout the tour. Right before the tour ends, the bus turns into a boat and we got to go down the Charles River and see all the different buildings that surround it. I've never been on something like this, so it was really cool to see how the bus transforms into a boat. Plus, it was a really nice day out in Boston, so that made it even better. Now I'm really upset that I didn't get footage of this next part, but I'm really glad that I was able to enjoy it. The same day that we did the Duck Tour, my cousins and I went to this place called Level99, which is also in Boston. This place features a variety of activities in separate rooms that may involve physical challenges or mental games. The better you do in the games, the more points you earn, and you keep track of your points through the wristband they give you. If you come to this place multiple times, you can make an account to keep track of your score and you don't have to lose your points. I'm sorry I couldn't get any footage of it, but I had a great time. I will leave a link in the description so you're able to learn more about Level99 in case you are wanting to visit. After Boston, we made our way back to Springfield to celebrate my cousin's graduation because the next day my dad and I had to go home. My dad and I had a lot of fun on this trip and I'm glad I had the opportunity to spend more time with him. Father's Day is coming up, so happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you and I hope you had a great time on this trip with me. When we came back from Massachusetts, I dyed the ends of my hair purple. I wasn't brave enough to do my entire hair, so I figured that this was a good start. I love the way that it came out. I've always wanted to dye my hair. I know it's not a lot, but this was a big deal for me. I want to say thank you to my aunt who did it. She does a great job at doing anything with my hair. I don't trust anybody else to do my hair but her. Thank you, Titi. I love you. It looks great. This is also my first time wearing it down curly because when I got it done, I had it straightened. I'm really in love with the way it looks and I'm so happy that I was able to get it done. I know this was a short video, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching my video and I will see you in the next one. Bye!